Hello guys, what's up? This is Kong and I'm back again for another anime review of Killing Bites episode 7. So first of all, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna talk about what happened in the episode, and then I'm gonna talk about things that I find interesting and questions and thought about the certain individual in this episode. So I want to let you guys know what I think, okay? And let's get to it. So basically, this episode is the continuation of, the fight between hippos and I'm gonna start with hippos and crocodile. Now, hippo and crocodile was gonna obviously, crocodile was gonna go after hippos, and he was gonna he had the intention of killing hippos, and then you have this guy's named Keto. And I believe his owner or his puppet master is owned by Miss Yoko. And he is this mysterious dark horse or mysterious pieces of this event. There's a Hunger Game type of event. So Crocodile is like thinking that he can take on this guy, and he attempt to try to kill Keto. He tried to slap his tail. The crocodile's tail is really powerful. There's this thick hide, and they talk about it. And this Keto guy was able to block all of that, and then the crocodile was like, okay, I'm gonna bite his head off. But Keto was not having it. And then what he did, he literally punched the guy through his head. And I was just like, whoa. This guy don't mess around. He don't fuck around. He's like straight up, dead serious. And what show a little bit about his character, his personality, was he was serious, but he was also serious. He cared about the environment, which was kind of odd, two polar opposite. You have this curious man, and then you have a guy who care about the nature. And then after Crocodile he's dead, he's gone, and Keto kept pummeling the guy, and he like, oh, he would make a good fertilizer for the tree to grow back. I'm like, damn. So I was like, wow, that's interesting. And then Hippo was like, okay, I gotta get out of this situation, because this Keto guy is, I don't know what kind of strengths he have, what kind of animal characteristic or trait that he have. And again, you got Gorilla on his side, and so he's like, okay, I need to bail out. I need to get away from the situation. And Gorilla's like, hell no, bro, you ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna pummel the shit out of you. That's basically what his intention was. And as Gorilla about to punch Hippo dropped in a hole, and this hole was dug out by Rabbit. It was by Mr. Damn, I can't remember our main guy's character's name, but he was saved by Rabbit. And Rabbit say, she got too involved in digging and all this sort of stuff, and she was gonna buy time, and she go back and to face Gorilla. And I was just thinking like, man, this girl is dumb. She's not smart at all. She's doesn't think through. She doesn't think about the situation, the consequences. She just go with her gut. Just like, she's really a dumb, almost like she's just plain dumb. But that's about that character. So let's go back to the geckos and Cheetah. And Cheetah's about to kick Gecko's butt, and she like, man, I'm bailing out because I got a command from my my masters and say, hey, I gotta go. And she bounced out. And then you get into the whole scene with Cheetah and Red Tail, and they start fighting. And then suddenly Cheetah got on top of Red Tail, and you're like, okay, and she about to like pummel her, but instead she doesn't. Then she started like kissing her, caressing her, all this sort of stuff. And at one scene, you can see her actually not groping or caressing Ratiel's breast, you know. And you're like, oh, like I saw that. I may put it up here on the right side of me so you guys can know what I'm talking about. And they made it go so fast that you don't even see it. And you have to pay attention. It is because there was a pheromone that was released in the air by civet. Is civet is an animal, I believe. This is an animal that I never heard of, and it's like, okay, but I was willing to let it go. I'm willing to buy it. I'm willing to like, okay, there's another creature, another lady, and mostly you notice that a lot of these, maybe it's for another show, another video, but so she releases this pheromone, and then this pheromone causes these two brutes, Ratiel and Cheetah, to engage in sexual activities. And you know, they're kissing, they're making, some sounds, they're making noises, and you know, they're caressing each other. They are in that minus sexual state, you know. And there is a scene where you also see Cheetah giving the fingers. Let's just say in light term, she's giving her hand pleasure to Ratiel, and you can tell there is a scene in there. It go by so fast again that you have to pay attention. And she was, see, it looked like Ratiel was actually enjoying it. They both were enjoying the sexual activity. They were engaged without them knowing, you know, and like they were caressing each other. They were like, body touching each other. They were moaning and stuff like that. I was like, damn, what's going on? And it's because it's by the pheromone, like I said. And then at one point, Cheetah was like, "Oh, you're gonna come with me." And it's funny that she say that because it's a really sexual way of saying, because it has to do with, when a man comes, that sort of thing. And the way that she said it and the way she said it to Ratiel, but then instead of it had a sexual no connotation or substance to the way she said it, but instead she remembered her master that she followed, and she remembered this. She had this flashback, and Ratiel snapped out of it, and she's like shoved Ratiel out of it, off top of her, like to get out off her. So, and she knows that it was actually Chevette on top of the building, and she goes after it. She starts try to like swipe, Cheetah. No, not Cheetah, but Chevette. And then all of a sudden, you have Tiger, try to swipe at, Ratiel, and Ratiel noticed it, and she felt it, and was like, okay, I thought that was interesting. Like the reason I say it was interesting, I thought her memory is gonna be about the guy that she had to take care of, but it was actually the guy who originally took care of her, who took her in. And I was like, oh, okay, so she have an emotional life experience attachment with him. So that's why it brought her back to reality, caused by this pheromone. And I thought that was interesting. It's like, okay, she's not a killing beast. She's still a human, but she still have those emotional attachment to other people's, and potentially our other main guy. So let's talk about other thing that I've noticed, or that I think what happened. So Miss Yoko, we get a little glimpse of Miss Yoko and her grandfather, and she remembered him as this sweet, kind grandfather, and she had this goal of trying to bring back her grandfather as a kind man. And the question is like, how will she bring her grandfather back to being the kind man that he once was? And that is the question I have for you and for myself, really. It's like, how would she do that? By winning this destroyal event, winning winning his love and his attention. And then she also mentioned that there was another man who had come into her grandfather's life, in her life, and to me, I feel like he took away her grandfather away from her, I should say, and that he became a changed man. That he's no longer the man that she once knew. So I thought that was interesting. And then let's talk about the grandfather. The grandfather personality is totally different from what Miss Yoko's experience, her memory of this grandfather. The way he talked, he's very psychotic. He's very almost a serial rapist. He's almost a stalker of some sort. He's almost like a predator of sort. They even show he had a long ass tongue. Not long ass. That's something weird, but he had a long tongue. It's just he had this disgusting personality of a man. It's like, I don't know. I want to be around your grandfather, or want to know your grandfather, because he comes off as a really disgusting and disgusting person. And so that's the one thing. It's like, huh. And then another thing I wonder, it's just my question, is like, her grandfather had, we learned that he was one of the director, and he part of this, operation of making people into have animal traits. And it make me think that did he at one point experimented on himself, how this animal trait would work, animal DNA mixing with human would work. And maybe I think that maybe that's how that mixing and experiment on himself fucked up his mind. His mental state is not the same. The way he think about things are different. His personality is different. He's not the same man he once was before whatever happened. Whether it was an experimentation on himself, or he had some kind of motivation, or something happened to him and he had a change of heart, change of personality, or change of mindset. And I thought that was a question that I have, and it does kind of make me think of that. So yeah, those are the things I kind of think. And what else can I think of right now for the moment? Nothing else I can think right now, other than, those are the two things that I find interesting. And I hope we get to learn more about how a grandfather become the man he is now, and how she's gonna, bring his love, bring the man she once knew back, and how our main guy is gonna win the game, and how Red Tail is gonna beat Tiger and our Chevette. There's just a lot of questions coming up in this upcoming episode that I would like to see what happened. And will Red Tail and her this other main guy, will their relationship develop? And I would like to see that, that she has someone she care about, someone she love, someone she want to protect. So that is my episode review of Killing Bite episode 7. I say that in reverse. So it's Killing Bite episode 7. What do you guys think of this episode? Let me know in the comment section below. I'd like to know what they are, and I would love to read them. But again, guys, please like, thumbs up, share, subscribe, browse my YouTube channels, and press that bell button, guys. There's a lot of content on there for you to check out. There's a lot in there. Please do so. But most importantly, I want to thank you so much for your time to checking and watching my review of Killing Bite episode 7. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.